Hi everyone and welcome back to another video. So today we are going to start making actual 2D game. Our game name will be Marshmallow Run, which already I have published on Play Store. If you go and Play Store, and you simply need to search Marshmallow Run, right? You'll see the first link, and in this game in this URL, you'll see we are going to make this kind of game, something like that, right? The concept is just like a nimble jump kind of game. So what will happen, like there will be a player which will actually walk, which will run, and in front of player hurdles will come, and you just simply need to tap on a screen so that player will flip up and down, and he has to just save himself to just like he has to save himself from colliding with hurdles actually. So concept is very simple, but at the same time it's gonna be so fun. So we'll just see the throughout journey how we can make this game. So yeah, without further ado, let's dive into the video. Before just we are saying I have created a simple Unity project, like we did in previous chapter as well, previous module as well. So here we just need to put assets which I'll provide in this course. So you just simply need to drag and drop this stitch folder. Let's create a folder called images, and just simply drag and drop this folder. Okay, so this is having some essential images right now. If we need any other image, we'll just simply import in future as well. So let's create a home screen actually. So there will be some play button, there will be heading actually, and yeah, there will be some heading animated heading as well. So to do this, we just simply go to we will click on hierarchy, and you'll go simply UI and create a canvas, right? You'll see here, I'll just simply right click, then UI, and I'll go to panel. Where is the pen? This one. So now the panel has been created. Okay, I'll just give the name. Here is background. Okay, background. And just simply dragging drop this background in my image, and I'll just simply full the opacity so that background should be clear enough, right? And I'll create another image, right click, UI, image, and this is gonna be my title actually. So title, and in this I'll just simply drag and drop my title image. I'll check this preserve aspect ratio. So preserve aspect ratio will maintain the ratio of the particular image, the original ratio which from which this image has been created. And simply set native size, and I'll go to anchor, and in Mac I'll just simply tap Alt Shift and mouse right click, and also start Alt and then mouse right click, so that it will automatically set the anchor. Yeah, now what I'll do, another setting here, like I'll select canvas, and I want this screen should be responsive for all the devices actually. So for that, we'll just go to the canvas setting. We'll click on this drop down menu and select screen space to camera, right? I have to just drag and drop this camera component, and in the second option, in second component, if you see canvas scaler, just drag and drop here as well. Scale with screen size, select this one, and also scale with screen size. What it will do, it will just simply adjust. It will scale your your screen according to the screen size. Whatever the screen size is, it will scale the UI actually. So I want there is a like match. So match component, match option says like what you want, like only you want to scale width only according to screen size, or height only, or both. So for if you want both, you need to pass 0.5, right? Now again we have to adjust this title image. Just simply what you can do, give 100 by 100, it won't work. 200 by 200. Let's do it manually actually. So I just simply holding shift and just simply using my mouse right button so that it will maintain the aspect ratio. Then yeah, this one. I'll use -50 for Y position as well. Okay, so this is our basically home screen title. Now I want a button. It should be a button. So whenever we click on this button, actually we will go to the another screen, which is a gameplay screen over our gameplay screen. So I'll simply click, use this renaming this button name is play button, right? Removing the simply text from its child, and just drag and drop this here, and again setting on aspect ratio and changing its size like 200 by 200. Will that be good? Yeah, right. So this is now let's make some animation also over here so that it will look cool enough. So I'm going to create a folder in asset folder, call it animations, right? And just for creating animation, I'll go window, then animation, and then animation. So you'll see some a new window actually. So for creating animation, just simply click create. Now it will ask where we you need to save this animation. So I'm saying like it should be saved in my asset folder, and there should be some animation folder here. Actually we need to create animation folder here. We'll delete from there. Okay, so we just simply use we have created animation folder here, where actually in assets, after that you'll see animation, and just save it. Now here and in the image folder, by mistake we have created animation folder, so just delete it, right? We just simply delete it from here, and you see this animation. We rename this animation, let's call home UI animation, right? For creating animation, you have to just on this button. So first of all, you need to select the object where you have attached this animator component on this. Now what I want, that this flag, marshmallow run flag, should come from top actually. So how will I do this? First I'll just simply off this button, play button, and I'll put here actually like the flag button, flag option will be here. And now I'm just again turning on this play button and storing the position. So add property and create red transform, and you'll go somewhere like position, right? You just simply on this position, so it will now what to say, it will store this initial position, right? Then after 30 second, I want this should come here, actually. Where? Here, right? If you play it, then I'll see you'll see some kind of this animation, right? Also, I don't want this animation should be in loop. So what I'll do, I'll just simply go here in the animation where we have created like in the asset folder. You just simply turn off this loop time, so it won't loop anymore. Okay, now if you just simply play the button, I mean play the game, we'll see that flag should come from top, yeah. Also, I want that our button should pop up like, bounce up, bounce down, bounce up, bounce down. So for that we will use we'll create another animation, right, for this button actually. So what we can do, we'll go another we'll go Windows, then animation, and we'll go Windows animation, and there we also can create here, but we want actually loop thing. So what we'll do, we'll try to do this animation, make animation with the help of coding actually, so that you will learn some another stuff, that how you can write, or you can how you can make animation via coding as well, right? So we just leave it now for now, okay. But yeah, in this chapter we have learned that how we basically set up the UI, how we can make animation. Also the UI will be the responsive for all the screens. So if you go in gameplay screen, let's play the game, right? Now if I go simulator, so our screen is completely responsive for all the UI. See, because we have done some we have set the canvas setting actually. Because of that only this image, I mean this UI is responsive for all the devices actually. So yeah, for this video I think that's it. In the next video we'll basically implement the functionality to just switching scene by doing programming. Also we'll make a bounce pop-up animation for button as well, with the help of plugin called Rootween, which is very helpful for creating animation with the help of via code actually. So yeah, I'll see you in the next video. Till then,